This segment is brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Hello, I'm Dr. Chris Blevins at Kansas State University Veterinary Health Center down at Equifest and joined by Russ Wager. So welcome.
Well, thank you, Doc.
Russ, you're the owner of Double Bar One Incorporated, and it deals with farrier supplies mainly.
Right. We're a full-line farrier supply store. We specialize in the full-time farrier, and being out in western Kansas and being a full-time farrier myself, I seen that there was a need for good farrier tools. And so we started this store about 20 years ago, and we built it up from nothing to what we have now. But it's amazing in the 20 years time period, the amount of technology and shoes and hammers and the equipment is really top-notch. The farrier today is so educated and so craft-worthy. They require some good work with the technology, with working with good veterinarians and good schools and stuff. There was a need to have this good equipment and these specialty things. So that's what we specialize in the industry, is for the specialty type of things.
You know, and I think something else is, well, heck, I can go to the family co-op or somewhere else and get, you know, some equipment to kind of go over that. Maybe that's what my farrier's getting things. And there's a difference, I think, even in metals and stuff like that. Is that true?
That's true. You know, there's so many different specialty shoes and stuff, and where I come in and being a full-time farrier and try to keep up on my continuous education. I can advise some of the young farriers coming out of schools and stuff, and even getting ready to go to schools, the kind of equipment they need to start out with. Maybe not the top of the line, but the middle of the line. And with my experience over the years, to learn how to build up their inventories and stuff, because they can get an average farrier, they will spend at least $20,000 a year just on product.
That's quite amazing if you start thinking about just having that kind of product inventory to just keep track of, and could be a little overwhelming and could make it so it's not very profitable. They have to make sure everything works.
Exactly, and that's where I kind of fall in as far as being a farrier, to help the guys try to stay in business and maybe advise them, give them some advice on continuous education, and I'm a big part of that part of it too.
You know, and I think, Russ, that you do a great job as far as mentorship for those in the farrier industry, and just to be a good person to see and to replicate. You know, you're always at meetings and helping out, and have a great store here that really helps a lot of the farriers and industry here in Kansas and all over. Where do people go to see your products?
Well, we go to the Equifest, and here in a couple of weeks we're getting ready to go to Kansas City to the American Farriers Association.
Okay.
That's the two main things that we have. And then we offer a spring clinic every year.
Okay.
Actually, this year we have the Kansas Farriers Association and the Rocky Mountain Farriers Association coming to out there in western Kansas in the middle of nowhere. We're having they're going to meet together. We have some of the top farriers in the world come as clinicians. This year we have an old friend and a guy that's been in the business a long time named Jim Keith coming to do our clinic.
Okay.
So when we have stuff like that, you know, that's part of giving back. Being a farrier, I think it's so important to give back to your industry, especially if you're really have it in your heart that you like this, because we work hard at it, and a lot of times people don't realize what it takes and how much work that we do put into this craft.
Right. Well, Russ, I sure appreciate getting to talk to you and sharing your information.
And thank you for helping. You've been a big part of helping our industry too. So thank you.
Well, whatever helps the horse, right?
That's what we're here for.
That's right.
Well,
I'm Dr. Chris Blevins with Horsing Around, and we'll see you around.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.